Jack Sullivan burst out of the building and raced across the porch, nearly plowing over an elderly couple on their way in. He sprinted down the sidewalk screaming, "Make way! Make way!" He launched himself over the creek's small bridge. Ignoring the protests of bewildered tourists, he pushed through and came perilously close to knocking another couple off their feet in his haste. Jack steadied them before hurtling toward his dark red Suburban. His hand shook as he fumbled with the key fob, snatching it before it hit the ground. Door, ignition, go. The Suburban bucked onto the road as he floored it. Will I make it in time? Years of searching. 3 years alone. And now everything depended on the next 40 minutes. Every nerve screamed urgency as he pushed the engine to its limits. Unable to think straight, desperation compelled him through the tree-lined road that snaked through the valley. Periodic glimpses of the river flashed by in a blur. His focus on McHenry caused him to miss the big yellow warning signs and the black arrow indicating a sharp bend ahead. He flew into the turn with too much velocity and skidded onto the shoulder. Instinct took over. He steered into the drift and gunned the engine. The back end slid around with a vicious squeal until all 4 wheels bit in, propelling him back onto the pavement a heartbeat before striking the guardrail separating the road from the river. Snapping back to reality, Jack forced himself to slow down. He had to reach McHenry, Maryland before he lost his opportunity. But killing himself wasn't an option. Taking a shaky breath, he replayed the morning that had led to this desperate moment. Earlier that day, mid-morning sun filtered through the thick canopy above the Youghiogheny riverbank, casting Jack in shadows and light as he made his way upslope. His metal detector hummed with each step, his steady companion on another solitary hunt. He paused to swipe sweat from his forehead, dirty blonde hair damp against his skull, blue eyes scanning the terrain with practiced intensity. He shrugged off his jacket, revealing a Metallica tee stretched across broad shoulders, and tied it around his waist. Pete Townshend's guitar wailed through his earbuds as he pressed deeper into the wilderness. A sharp beep. Jack crouched, cleared some dirt, and found nothing but an aluminum pull tab. He missed the kayakers floating past, their shouts lost beneath the Who's relentless chords. Disappointed, he trudged upslope. The forest closed around him, but determination kept him moving. He planted his red marker stick in the rocky soil, the 4th move of the marker this morning, and pushed on. Another fruitless search, but Jack's resolve only hardened. Braddock's gold. The legend had consumed the last 3 years of his life. Near the water's edge, whitewater rafters wrestled one of their own back into the boat. The man clung to their safety rope, soaked and struggling. Jack almost called out an offer to help, but the river's roar would have swallowed his voice anyway. The sodden rafter was hauled aboard by the seat of his pants, his friends laughing as the man dislodged the wedgie their rescue had given him. His phone buzzed. Another alarm. Paul and Susie Werner expected their expensive private guide. Jack gritted his teeth and ignored it. A few more minutes. He resumed scanning. His phone buzzed again. He swiped it away. Not now. The detector screamed. Jack crouched, clearing the earth, only to meet disappointment at the surface. Undeterred and guided by the persistent beeps, he unfolded his shovel and delved deeper. His pulse raced when it struck something solid. An ornate bayonet hilt emerged from the dirt, 1700s design, brass fittings tarnished but intact. Jack's breath caught as he turned the artifact in his hands. What tale do you hold? French or British? What hands wielded you? The absence of its blade only deepened the mystery, hinting at a value far beyond the incomplete find. He dropped a pin. 39.564062 degrees north, 79.424617 degrees west. He labeled it Bayonet 1755? Whole, you'd fetch thousands. The pack took the weight without issue.